cannot join us this evening. But yeah, please welcome everyone. Please just introduce yourself maybe in the chat box. Let's just get to know each other. My name is Ulukanya Chongweni. And yeah, I'll be keeping you guys company for the evening while we watch the rather much anticipated Blue Bulls versus Stormers clash, especially considering that could be potentially a big day tomorrow for a lot of the players, as you know, the Springbok squad will be announced. So perhaps it's an opportunity for sort of the French players to showcase what they're about, maybe pick up their hands later on in the competition. But before we get cracking, so please, just on the chat box, please let's start communicating there, just where you're from. And yeah, first questions of the day is, what are your score predictions for the much anticipated game this evening between the Vodacom Blue Bulls and DHL Stormers? So I will run through the team quickly while we get ready. So for today, we'll start off with the away team, which will be the DHL Stormers. We've got in the 15 jumper, Damian Willemse, South Africa's star boy. On the 14 jumper, very exciting, Roska Speckman.
And that's going to make a difference.
In the 13 jersey, we've got Ruan Nal. In the 12 jersey, we've got former junior Bok Rikus Pretorius. In the 11 jersey, in equally adept and a man in form in Adwil van der Merwe. In the 10 jumper, we've got Team Swiel, Maverick high school player, brought up in South Africa. Let's see if we can replicate that. In the 9 jumper, we've got Herschel Yankees, the Bok. At number 8, we've got a young man who I've been quite impressed with the performance and just the effort he's put in Ivan Ross. We then have in the 7 jumper, best rugby player of the year, South African player of the year, at least Peter Steph du Toit. 6 is Willie Engelbert. 5, Marvin Ori. 4, we've got David Myhazen, another youngster who's really picked up their hand this season. The 3 jumper, we've got Netling Fushia. 2, we've got the experienced Springbok Bongi Bonambi. And at 1, loose head, we've got the ever-powerful Spicy Plum, Stephen Kitchoff. And he will be leading the Stormers side today. And going to the Blue Bulls, we've got in the 15 jumper, the impressive, ever impressive, safe option at the back, youngster David Creel. 14, we've got arguably, for me, one of the most informed players in South African rugby at the moment, but we'll chat about that later, in Matosh Tambwe. 13, Marco Janssen van Rensburg, the convert scrum off, come 13. 12, we've got Cornel Hendricks. 11, we've got the powerful and younger Siobhan Jacobs. 10, we've got the experience of Omoni Sten. Interesting if you all make the squad. In the 9 jumper, we've got Ivan van Zyl. 8 jumper, we've got Dwayne Vermeulen, who will be leading the side. At 7, we've got Ulrich Loh, who I think is one of the youngsters who've definitely picked up their hand for the tournament and possibly inclusion in the box squad that we'll be seeing tomorrow. 6, we've got Marcel Kutia. We'll see if he can have a good big 80 minutes for him to see if he can get himself into that Springbok side. 5, we've got Ruan Norkia. 4, Walt Steenkamp, another very impressive young lock that we have stock of. 3, we've got Monray Smith. 2, Johan Grobler. And number 1, we've got Gerald Steenkamp. It's not long now until the boys take to the field. But yeah, just please like, subscribe, right? I think Steve has done a fantastic job to build this channel. Let's support him. Let's get behind him. Let's try, let's see if we can get to like 10 likes by halftime. Just encourage your friends, share it on the social media, and let's get going. Excited to see what today holds in store. See you there, James. Good luck with the show, Lukanya. Thanks, James. Hope it's a good one. But I trust the supporters on the show, very loyal. So it's bound to be a good one. So those who are with us, please just drop a comment. Who do you expect to win today? What is your score prediction? We're only moments away from this spectacle. Vodacom Blue Bulls versus DHL Stormers. If you're watching for the first time, please do like, please do subscribe. As you see the boys lined up in the tunnel, ready to go. So yeah, please just drop your score predictions. Let's see who you think will win this one. I'll keep my opinions to myself. There we see Louis Matson. Hope I spell your welcome. Thank you for engaging me. We've got the Bulls winning. Let's get the score predictions in. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fantastic one, especially the derbies just before squad selection. You know, they tend to be quite heated because, you know, a lot of guys trying to pick up their hand last minute, make, Rusty scratch his head a bit harder come this evening and sort of when they're settling. So you've got there James saying Bulls by 5. All right, only time to tell. Okay, we can see now the Stormers taking the field, led by the captain, Steven Kitshoff, who I think a lot of us can agree will see his name called out tomorrow. But yeah, let's get going. Can't wait to get this one. And I just see there Adolf van der Merwe, who I must say has really impressed this season. I think for the first time since seeing him perform at Varsity Cup level, now we see him get comfortable in the professional space. So it's going to be exciting to see if he can continue his form. And possibly, you know, I've got him maybe slightly, could be one of those who just able to sneak into the box squad. But nevertheless, let's see. There we see the Blue Bulls, you know, led by the ever impressive captain, Dwayne van Meulen. Yeah, but this game surely will not be an easy one. Playing at Loftus is never easy. So it's going to be interesting to see how the boys from Cape Town handle it. I think this game could potentially be lost in the pack. So we've got the Stormers. We've got a very rather experienced front row, right? Going up Blue Bulls front row that is, you know, equally adept. Maybe just lacking a bit of experience there in the hooker position. But generally speaking, a very powerful Blue Bulls pack. There we see Francois Plett saying that's great to see varsity players coming through. Definitely. I think it's fantastic to see that, you know, that particular system is breeding our players, because I think for the survival of South African rugby and as a product that Varsity Cup has become, is very important that we actually see those players actually graduate, is what I'll call, into the professional game. I mean, it was fantastic last week against the Cheetahs to see for the invitational side, guys coming in from your respective Varsity Cups. I can think of Cohen Jasper, who looks a very promising player. I can think of Michali Morsi in the number 8 position. But yeah, it's fantastic to see these players. Hopefully they can graduate and get to Springbok level. I mean, we've seen in Etzebeth and the boys. But yeah, Team Sweel kicks us away. The Stormers will be playing from right to left. Fantastic kick there. Good charge down, unfortunately knocked on an early error there. But it was a very good kickoff, good contestation. And please, guys, not too late. Do drop your score predictions. And let's see. Unfortunately, Konal, very good contestation there from Edwell, but unfortunately knocked it on. But fantastic kickoff, good start. Let's see what this set piece. Fantastic to see a scrum first up, especially since I'm a scrum fanatic myself, having played in the front row and also sort of coaching in that department. So excited to see this. So you see there, Storm is slightly heavier. I mean, if you are carrying a Kitshoff, you are bound to carry a bit more pounds. There we've got Francois again saying Bulls 35, Stormers 20. So by more than 2 scores. Will be interesting to see. Good scrum there, solid. Morningstain. Typical Boo style. I must admit that the one area of fantastic aerial ability there from Stravano Jacobs. Good offload to David Creel. Good in contact. Stormers did well to scramble there. Blue Bulls go forward, ball first up. Crisp service. Again, as I was saying, I've been very impressed. I could break there from the prop. I've been very impressed with Morningstain's tactical kicking. I think it's just, you know, elevated the Bulls. You know, it's just brought their game together so well. And, you know, having him in the 10 jumper is a cool factor. So it's going to be interesting to see whether he he will make it in the box squad, and should he actually make it, maybe that's something that you can enter into in the comment section. But very good start there from the Bulls. Good go forward balls. You can see they know exactly what they're doing. They're punching through, running strong. A very good start from them, but unfortunately lost there in the tackle. Very good work there for Mayhazen in the loose, ensuring that the Stormers are able to rip that and sort of stem that early Blue Bulls pressure. Okay, Stormers ball. See what the scrum, Spicy Plum, good positioning. Gage, good stuff. Good clean ball there from the Stormers. Good forward ball. Unfortunately, Team Sweel, he knocks that one on. It's a pity we see a bit scrappy. Francho Bulls got monster Lucy's definitely, and I think that's arguably where the Stormers have fallen short in recent times. I think they just, they lack of size there at loose forward, where you find you've got Peter Steers' younger brother, but I think they did well recruiting your Willie Engelbrecht, him up against, your Dwayne Vermillions in that Elric Low in the loose forward, I think could potentially balance out the game. But yeah, that's one area that the sort of Stormers have been lacking. It's just the bulk in the loosies. And I think that's why there's some games, unfortunately, their pack weren't able to take them all the way. But yeah, we've got there ZDRX Gaming, Stormers 25, Blue Bulls 23. First man to call Stormers win. We'll see. It's definitely going to be tough at Loftus, but I think the last meeting between the two sides, if I'm not mistaken, actually, I think the Stormers might have squeaked that one in. I'm starting to be corrected. But yeah, fantastic scrum there for the Stormers. Penalty to the Stormers. See if Team Sweel can put them in a good attacking position. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Welcome to those who've just recently joined. It's a big clash. Madosh Tambo, unfortunately, Team Sweel couldn't find touch. I've been very impressed by Matoshe. He's actually been arguably the winger of the tournament. Most carries, most line breaks, a fantastic. Blue Bulls. Don't do that. Stravano, don't do that. Fantastic power there from Stravano Jacobs. Running over Damian Willems, making the break out wide, getting the Blue Bulls go forward ball. Stravano Jacobs looking very dangerous early on here. But yeah, Blue Bulls look like they're here to play. Spreading the ball well. Cornel Hendricks has tended to sort of take that in, but he did well to spread that very good pass. Strong Stravano, good run, but unfortunately Dave couldn't handle the offload. And I must say, good work there by Roscoe Speckman, even though he was beaten, did well to get back in time to affect sort of that error. So any youngsters out there, it's important to work off the ball. Next job. Yeah, so just because Roscoe, worked back there, drafted back, was able to force the error. Now scrum down Stormers ball wave for all money. It looked like a try. Strong scrum again. Wouldn't expect nothing else from Spicy Plum. A good pass there out wide to Adwell, the dangerous man. This is going to be a fantastic duel here. Madosh Tambo versus Adwell van der Merwe. Arguably the 2-in-4 man. Good offload there in center field by Willie Engelberg. Marvin Ori hits the gap. Good pressure there at the deck on Herschel. See what Team Sweel can do here. Fantastic go forward here. Ball here by the Stormers. Okay, both of these sides seem to, have come out and they're looking to run the ball, which will be fantastic for us as the viewers. Roscoe Speckman with his first touch for the Stormers. The man is on loan from the Cheetahs, and I think that's a brilliant move. That's fantastic for him. And possibly that could see him, squeeze into the Springbok side. Unfortunately, man not rolling away there. Morney staying on the ground. Right, penalty to the Stormers, but fantastic pace to the game. Love the fact that they're trying to swing it out, get it out to the wide men, because I must say, that's where the excitement is on the wings for both sides. Team Sweel going for the post, trying to draw early blood here. Fantastic call. Championship points. Every point counts. every point counts. Fantastic pickup, fantastic offload. Villiers, I've been a huge fan for him. I think he did very well during the Currie Cup with the Pumas, and I think it's big up on him for getting a move to a bigger union. Front row British and Irish Lion test coming up. This game will count as trials. Tambo machine. Definitely agree with you. Yeah, I would imagine. Listen, there's some guys who I'm sure trying to squeeze in British and Irish Lions. It's an extended squad. It's not the usual numbers. So I'm sure there'll be guys trying to squeeze themselves in. And yeah, what a better trials just on the Friday, the day before the squad is chosen. Fantastic kick there from Team Sweel to get the guys 3-0 ahead. Very good start here from the Storm. It's actually been quite a seesaw. But Blue Bulls making errors in critical areas of the pitch, maybe trying to force the pass a bit where they could have set it up and then launched from there because they had numbers and they'd actually gone over the advantage line. But all in all, it's fantastic, because what tends to happen is with these sort of derbies, sometimes it can, be very cautious in the approach and how they go about the game. But it's fantastic to see that these two sides have sort of come out here trying to hit each other, try to get it going. And hopefully it's enterprising rugby. Warning Stain gets us off. Stormers leading 3-0. Could take. Route 1 clearance here I would expect from Hirsch. Yeah, also Hirsch. But with the British and Irish Lions, I think, it's going to be interesting to see. And also the question, I suppose, for the viewers is, do you think the box will be ready? Do you think we've had adequate preparation? Good carry there from Dwayne from Vermeulen. Good forward ball. It's good to see Marcel Kutsia on the pitch again. It's been a career that's been rather injury-ridden. Ulrich Low, fantastic over the advantage line. Our Blue Bulls carrying well so far, ensuring that they're getting over the advantage line, giving them the forward ball. Morning Stain. Good rush defense there from the Stormers, putting pressure on the skill set of the Blue Bulls. Fantastic defense there. Adwell kicks it through. Chasers. Be interesting to see if the Stormers, well done Stormers. Damien Willemse picks up. Fantastic rugby there from the Stormers. Adwell van der Merwe again, someone who I had spoken about. Good kick, good chase, but equally good follow-up from the Stormers players. And Damien Willemse is a way to pick up the ball and actually dot over close to the poles. You expect Team Sweel not to struggle too much with the conversion, so it should be Bulls 10, Stormers 10 with only about 9 minutes on the board. But again, Blue Bulls trying to attack from deep. Kunal Hendricks trying to, force that pass. But I think, Stormers doing very well, pushing up front, quick defense, not allowing the Blue Bulls to play. So again, it's all about ensuring that your defense line is able to put pressure on the skill set of the opposition rather than the other way around. So Stormers using the defense very well to sort of attack the Blue Bulls attacking threat, because it's been quite prolific this season. You give Blue Bulls space and they will hurt you. They will certainly hurt you. But fantastic work there. Good work rate from Evan Ross. Again, the man with the tank was probably got about 4 or 5 lungs. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Fantastic clean there. Ensuring that Damien Willemse can just pick up and dot over. Now, obviously, Damien Willemse has also been a man in the media quite a lot. A star boy of South African rugby as a high school player. Another question is, has he actually fulfilled his potential yet? That's also up in the air, right? A lot of people questioning his Springbok inclusion. There to DRX Gaming. Yes, let's go Stormers. Grant Swartz, that came out of nowhere, out of nothing. The Blue Bulls have had plenty of the ball thus far, but I think Stormers have been putting good pressure. So, it's been quite a scruffy, I'll say 50-50 game so far, but definitely that was unexpected in how it came about. Blue Bulls, you can see now the Stormers growing in confidence. They line pushing harder, knocking the Blue Bulls behind the advantage line, which is making a massive difference. But fantastic hands there from the Blue Bulls. again, you can just see the attitude of these boys tonight, that they've come out to play. Damien Willemse knocks it on there in the tackle. Jaco Pepa takes it upstairs. Hopefully, for the sake of this game, the man is not out. Just 10 minutes up, We want to see 15 versus 15. But yeah, for me, watching it live, it seemed very noxious. Seemed like the man was trying to wrap his arms in the tackle, but unfortunately has knocked it on. Let's see what the call will be. I think it will be a bit too harsh, maybe just a penalty for the infringement. But anything beyond that, I think will be rather harsh and unfortunate for Gaza. A man that I definitely expect to be in the box setup. Let's see. Ooh. That's going to be interesting. Grant Swartz says if they would stick to one position for Damien Willemse, it will help him and the box. Certainly agree with you, Grant. I think, unfortunately, the utility player works at sort of junior level, sort of semi-professional, just professional union rugby. But I think if you want to actually make it international level and actually be a factor at international level, you need to zone in. I mean, you've seen it with Patrick Lambie. He was moved in between 10 and 15, couldn't really establish himself, right? And yeah, it'll be a pity if Damien Willemse goes down the same route. But I think they should just stick to one position. I thought when the season resumed shortly after COVID that Damien looked very impressive in the 10 jumper. All of a sudden, he was controlling the game better tactical kicking, right? But all of a sudden, unfortunately, Warrigaland got the injury, then meant Damien's back to 15. And I do certainly agree with you there, Grant, that it'll be unfortunate if this thing of chopping and changing, it doesn't work because each position, I believe, requires a different skill set. So yeah, I certainly agree with you that they need to stick to one position and yeah, just let the boy be. The yellow card is out, but I suppose rather that than the red card. But yeah, I think rugby sometimes, the rules need to be looked in perspective, right? Not blaming the ref here because he is working within a framework, but yeah, sometimes I feel a bit harsh. But Blue Bulls now with an opportunity, 15 versus 14 deep into the Stormers 22. Let's see if a fantastic offload there in the tackle from Asal Kutia. Unfortunate there from Gaza. Good take there from the Bulls. Set up a more midfield. Jaco Pepa penalty maybe. Okay, run out. Let it play. Let it go. Good carry once again on the advantage line. Fantastic again over the advantage line. Blue Bulls looking strong here. A fantastic hit there from Villian Rikus. Kunal. Actually, do you think Kunal could be a potential backup 12? I think it's been fantastic. Fortunately, Ivan Ruiz, the ruck had been formed. Jaco Pepa calls ruck has been formed. No hands, mate. But it's interesting to see that the Bulls aren't taking the 3 points, turning it down, rather opting for what could potentially be 7 points. But a good kick there once again from, let's see if, Spicy Plum there, not rolling away. Ruck formed, Spicy Plum there, maybe not, rather than Van Ross was in the wrong. Kobla. See if he can make the hit. Blue Bulls. Dummy jump center. Go to the back. Fantastic sack there. And the Bulls are over. Marcel Kutsia in the 6th jumper. Over for his first try for the Blue Bulls. Yeah, I'm sure that will do him a world of good. Good energy booster. Suppose the call from Dwayne Vermeulen vindicated. Where many would have gone for rather the 3 points, given that it's early in the game, he opted for the corner. And the Blue Bulls have been awarded with what potentially, or at least should be, looking at the range and, taking into consideration the ability of the man, should be able to knock this one over, make it 2 points, 7 points for the Blues, but for the Bulls. But I think what worked there is the Bulls, they got into the strike zone and they didn't throw that last 50-50 pass. Sort of kept it, applied the pressure, And yeah, they've come away with points. Sign of a very good team, well-drilled team. Okay, I'd ask, do you think Cornell Hendricks could be a backup for 12? Grant just come in with the comment, says he doesn't see Hendricks as an international level 12 and are probably too slow for wing. Listen, jury's still out. I think when we look at the local 12s, I think, yes, we don't have too many options, at least playing within the country. But based, with those playing in the within the country, I think Cornell has been a standout center amongst those, at least within the country. But fantastic take there from Cornell. Yeah, definitely, Grant. I mean, I think it means a lot to the man just to be able. So Grant is saying, Kutia really enjoyed that try. I couldn't agree more. Right, I think it's been a torrid time for the man, just in terms of, injuries, time spent, and, as a former player myself, that can be very frustrating. Injuries over and over, even though I play like semi-professional level, besides the point. Injuries can be just devastating, and I think just to get a first start and started well with the try, definitely I would also enjoy it. Again, an error there from the Stormers. Errol van der Merwe taking out the man. Rather harsh again. I think he kept his line there. But nevertheless, Blue Bulls just inside the Stormers. 22 last time they were in here, or last time they visited. They walked away with 7 points. Let's see what they'll be able to do. Taking in the air. Wanches Bulls maybe. Cornell Hendricks. A very strong carry there from Cornell Hendricks. Getting the Bulls, go forward ball. That's rather cynical from Ricus Pistorius, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see another yellow card for the Stormers. See, Spicy Plum has been summoned there from South Africa's best ref. Yeah, Ricus is also in the sin bin. Right, that effectively means that Stormers playing with 13 men. Oh, what a carry from Dwayne Vermeulen. Gosh, take it up, Mahazen there. It was hit hard. Oh, fantastic play there from Marcel Kutia to Tamwe, and the 4-man is over. Or has been called back. Perhaps has been called back by the look of things. Okay, maybe they might look at the last pass there from Marcel. It will be a pity if it is indeed forward. But nevertheless, very good play there from the Blue Bulls. Yeah, it seems like it's been called forward there. Forward pass from Marcel to Madosha Tambwe. But we've got Grant here again. Thanks, Grant, for tuning in. I really appreciate it, bud. Let's keep it going. I really like the kicking counter. It's speeding up the game. Now we need one for the scrum. Yeah, certainly, and I think the kicking game could become even more scientific, especially if we saw now recently in the recently concluded Varsity Cup semifinals and finals, where they use the ball with an actual tracker to track how high you kick, hang time, distances, and all of that. So it's interesting to see the science just grow around the kicking game and position play. So definitely, I think we should expect even our kicking game to improve. All right, and definitely, I think it is speeding up the game. Now we need. What would you think the solution is for the scrum? All right, the scrum is very tricky, because I think set piece is what sort of separates your league and your union rugby. It's that set piece and the importance of that set piece, because we even saw with the Boks, arguably one of the only reasons why we are world champions, we won the World Cup, right, is purely because, we were simply by far the best. Very good start here from Dwayne, carrying like a menace, Dwayne as per usual. I don't know, maybe it becomes personal against the Stormers, I remember watching a documentary, maybe things didn't end too well there at the Stormers, but always just seems to bring it. Always just seems so fired against the Stormers. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we can possibly speed up the game come scrum time. But I think it's what is unique about our particular game, as compared to sort of league, just the importance of that set piece. But yeah, good scrum there from the Stormers and a fantastic clearance there from Team Sweel, taking the game to the 10-meter. Good exit there from Stormers, route one ball. Let's see now. It's going to be very interesting to see how they actually manage this. Remember, they've got 2 players in the bin. 2 players, Damon Willems and Rikus Pretorius. Sorry for that. So currently, we've got 15 v 13. Okay, so Grant has given a possible solution for the scrum, a 7-minute counter for the scrum. If it takes too long, you lose the ball. I suppose effectively in a similar way in the kick, but I think unfortunately with that is a lot of it also depends on what the opposition is doing. I don't think you have as sole control as you would, for example, a kick, right, where it is purely dependent on the side who scored, to kick. But with scrum, there's a lot of technical aspects, and if those are not in a line, but certainly I think they should be stricter around that. Sort of team setting up and just try quicken it and pin guys. But you always see a fantastic take there from David Creel. But yeah, I think that's the starting point with the 7-minute. It's just obviously how we handle that. Blue Bulls flowing here from the one flank and the low. Good carry. Fantastic work there. Unfortunately, Marvin Ori misses it on the ground. Again, Blue Bulls, fantastic ball carrying, getting over the advantage line, and that is certainly seeing them get go forward ball. Good kick there, Oscar Speckman. Let's see what he can do. Brought down. Fantastic tracking there from Tambwe, and fantastic work there on the ground from the Blue Bulls player, Ivan van Sale. So also must say, it's been fantastic to see just how rugby has grown. Specific roles were only limited to specific people, but it's fantastic to see now even, your front rankers, you've got your scrum halves, getting their hands dirty, getting in there and stealing the ball on the ground. Yeah, fantastic kick there, as always, from perhaps just Roscoe Speckman isolating himself there. Maybe he should have looked for territory rather. But the man's got special feet. I can't really blame him for trying to have a dip. So Bulls again deep into the Stormers 22. I expect nothing but a drive here. Set piece has worked well for them. But let's see what they will go for. Fantastic take there. Marcel breaks. Fantastic carry again. The Bulls have just been in the physical. I think that's where they've just had the beating of the Stormers so far. Right, yes, it might not be reflected on the scorecard as of yet, but in terms of position and just, the Bulls have just had so much more go-forward ball. Good work there from Spicy Plum to sort of kill off the momentum, stop the play a bit, but Jaco Paper calls them back for an infringement. Seems like it's an infringement from the line out. Yeah, maybe just coming from the side there, according to Jaco Paper. Blue Bulls are definitely not lying down here, throwing everything they're with. Again, they're opting for, taking out the support player. They are definitely going for this one, definitely looking for the win. Now they're on the 5-meter line. Let's see if they'll go the conventional scrum. Okay, it seems like line out. Seems like only 4, so I'd expect a big carry in midfield. A bit of handbags thrown there between Marvin and Dwayne. Be interesting to see if they'll be teammates in not so long. Oh, fantastic competing there from Marvin Ori. Yeah, that's one speciality of his. I think it was fantastic when he was at the Lions. When he came to line-out time, him at a point, him and Warren Whiteley were just fantastic come line-out time. And I think that's also one of the overlooked things when it comes to sort of why the Lions did well for a couple of years. I think their set piece was very good. They had a very good set piece, both in attack and defense. So fantastic work there. Stormers are able to, again, just avert the pressure for the time being, and that has bought enough time for Damian Willemse to come in. Rather soft. It's good competing there on the ground from Dwayne. Ooh, dangerous netling. Watch out. Unfortunately, Bongi has thrown that one astray. Again, that must be frustrating for the Stormers because they've hardly had any ball. And the one time where they actually do have the ball, it's an infringement there at line-out time. Ooh. Yako Paper. Perhaps a bit too harsh there from the lines, lady. Okay, Stormers, making an early change. Yeah, I saw Herschel Yankees sort of stretch out his hamstring not so long ago. See now Godlin Masimla. That'll be a bit of a worry for Springbok management. Hopefully it's nothing serious. It'll be a pity to see, to lose Hirsch just before the British and Irish Lions series. We've got a Renew player. Hey man, hi man, thanks for joining. Obviously I'm not Steve. I mean, it doesn't take much to see that, but yeah, it's fantastic. I'm just filling in for Steve for tonight. But yeah, pleasure to be here. Honored for Steve to even invite me onto the channel. It's fantastic. Fantastic scrum there from the Stormers. But Blue Bulls did enough to keep the ball. A fantastic kick there from Kunal. Well-educated boot. Again, that's going to be massive for the Blue Bulls pack. Even though they just got smashed in that scrum, I think that will just give them confidence. It's always as a pack going forward. If your backline can put you, in areas where you're actually running forward, it just makes it so much better. It takes the offload massively. But please, for those joining us, please do subscribe. Like the page, subscribe, and let's just get friends and family to also subscribe, and let's just chat rugby. Everything rugby. British and Irish Lion coming soon. So exciting to see. Unfortunately, Stormers losing it there. Dwayne Vermeulen doing well to mop it up. Again, Blue Bulls putting pressure on Stormers. Good hands here, good quick hands. Good tackle. But again, Blue Bulls just always seem to be able to get over the advantage line. Testing the Stormers' defensive line system and defensive system just in general. Blue Bulls playing well, playing with good pace, but fantastic tackle from Spicy Plum. It's a big win on D, knocking them behind the advantage line. Well done. Good D. Let's just allow the Stormers to press the Blue Bulls slightly off. Monet Stain. The old Fox experience. Spotted the gap there. Damian Willemse was up. Now all of a sudden, Blue Bulls are in the front foot. So it's just, knowing when to kick. Unfortunately, loses there. This game has been a bit scrappy. But Godlin Masimla kicks that out. Now just relieving pressure for some time on the Stormers. Yeah, but I think the guys, you can't question the lack of effort. I think they're going for it, but it's just a pity that, the game is a bit scrappy, too many loose balls, right? A lot of stop-starts, but it's the nature of the derby. Another Springbok, they're down. Spicy Plum. Yeah, let's hope everything's fine. The thigh does look heavily strapped, so hopefully it's not much of a concern. Yeah, Warren Cardin must be smiling when he sees that, but definitely bad news for us. There we go. We see again how the Stormers try came about. Fantastic chase there from Edwall. Did well to stay on his feet. And fantastic work there from Ivan Ross to power through Damian Willemse with the awareness to pick up and over. But yeah, shortly after that, the Blue Bulls answered straight away with the try from debutant Marcel Couture. And definitely as Grant has alluded to earlier, definitely seemed like that try meant a lot on Masal. For Masal, my bad, for Masal. Yeah, sort of 25 minutes to go. Sort of the game has gotten to a point where it's a bit static. Let's see if the boys can pick it up. Fantastic feed there from Kobla. Grant Swart says, I don't think Jake White will be happy with the first 25 minutes. Yeah, definitely, Grant, I agree with you. I think, especially considering that the Blue Bulls have been able to get themselves in the right areas, play deep in the Stormers 22, but unfortunately it's just that final pass or just that final player where the boys are just being a bit scrappy, especially also in the breakdown area, right? And, that's where we've just seen point of contact, the ball out wide, just going, getting knocked on, losing the ball in contact. So certainly Jake won't be too impressed. They've been able to get themselves in the right areas, but yeah, not making the count. Very good carry there from Furen. Again, the Blue Bulls ball carrying has been fantastic this far, and I think that's what could also add on to Jake's frustration in that I think they've won the physical battle up until this point, but they just haven't made it count so far. I'm sure that's one thing he'll want his boys to rectify pretty soon. Again, Blue Bulls on the charge. Good tackle there from Villy. Again, knocking the Blue Bulls back. Aldrich Low, fantastic carry, but still well behind the advantage line. Good tackle again there by Villy. Pushing the Bulls ever back. No option. Oh, okay, Morningstain plays it. A good carry there from the Blue Bulls. Stormers did very well to push them back. But equally, I think the Blue Bulls have done well to sort of keep possession. That's one thing that's sort of been lacking in the game so far. Fantastic carry there from Nokia down the center. Good link-up play, good offload, good support play. Good quick ball here from the Bulls. Oh, Roscoe. Roscoe going for the interception. The ref has called that. Most likely that will be a card. And it will be a pity if the Stormers get the third one. But yeah, fantastic carry there from Ruan. Fantastic to keep the ball alive. Great support play there from Masal Kutia. Getting the Blue Bulls go forward ball. Oh, Damien Willemse leaning in with the shoulder. Does he wrap his arms around? That should be fine. Looking at Roscoe Speckman, is there a genuine opportunity to catch the ball there? Oh, might be tight calls there. Might be tight calls. But yeah, that would be Damien Willemse's second infringement. So hopefully he's not sanctioned for that, or that will be the end of his game. Okay, let's see now. Will the Stormers actually get their third sin bin? Just 30 minutes. The discipline has been somewhat shoddy from the Stormers side. Giving away too many penalties up until this point. Let's see if they can rectify that. Now, to those of us, those only joining now, welcome. Welcome to Forever Sport. Thanks for joining us. Please do hit the like button. Please do subscribe. Right. And yeah, let's just get more peeps here and let's chat rugby, especially now with the British and Irish Lions coming soon. I'm excited. I'm sure Steve equally is super excited. Got a lot lined up in terms of just programs and analysis, and it's just going to be fun. The more of us who are on this platform, drop a comment. Let's engage. Okay, restart. No sanctions there. Solid scrum from Blue Bulls. Cornell Hendricks back against the grain. Oh, fantastic carry there from Cole Henry Hendricks, making yards once again. A good carry there from Morningstein. See if the Blue Bulls can make this count. Up until this point, they've been getting good forward ball, good go forward. So Grant says, no way, that should be a card. Yeah, you just never know nowadays with these rugby laws and interpretations, right? It's just, everything is sort of in the air, up for, depends, depends who's in the TMO seat. But yeah, certainly I would have thought both of those calls would have been harsh if they had gotten the card. I could even argue that Damien Willems's one was a genuine tackle, right? Knocked in the tackle rather than, trying to slap the ball down. But advantage here to the Blue Bulls. See what they can create here. Good tackle fight. For Furen. Good carry there from the Bulls forwards again. Getting over the advantage line. Masal Kutia could tackle. Oh, unfortunately, a poor pass there from Ivan van Zyl. But Jaco Pepa was playing offside, penalty advantage. Stormers offside. Once again, the Stormers defense line being put under immense pressure. Right, and that's simply because the Blue Bulls are winning that contact area. They're able to get over the advantage line. It's a massive, massive, massive thing to be able to gain those extra 1 or 2 meters in the tackle. Right, and perhaps that's why Jake White would be somewhat disappointed, but also I think that's one area of the game where he can be proud. The boys have been carrying very well there. As you look at the highlights of Cornel Hendricks, fantastic line, fantastic instep, twice running over Stormers' Lucy's, gaining the Blue Bulls that momentum and go forward ball. Nettling for Shia there, getting penalized, unfortunately rolling out on the wrong side. Fantastic start here from Kunal as well in the 12th jumper. Very strong with ball in hand. And I think it's just genuinely been very impressive. I think it's been a masterstroke from Jake to sort of move him from the wing to inside center. I think he's been a big part of what sort of the Bulls have been able to do since Jake has returned. It's given them a very good focal point for their attack. He can hit the line hard, he carries very well. But equally, I think on defense has been immense, right? Hardly have ever seen him be knocked back. All his meters of position on the advantage line if he doesn't knock them back, which I think from first phase ball is massive. If you can get someone who can stop the opposition on D, but equally on attack, he can penetrate, that is always massive. Dwayne Vermeulen with the pickup, Peter Steff. Well done. Blue Bulls forwards coming around there, but Stormers well met in D on the advantage line. Good carry there again from the Blue Bulls player, beating a couple of Stormers players. Fantastic hit there from Bongi on Canal. Buying the Stormers defense a bit more time to settle, to set. Yeah, Blue Bulls patient here. Good carry. Once again, our fantastic from Ivan van Zyl in the point of contact. The Bulls looking very impressive, yeah. And the Bulls are over. Ulrich Low, fantastic try there from the Blue Bulls. I think, yeah, just the ability to hold on to the ball, and that's what has sort of been stressing, in that the Bulls just need to be a bit more patient. And we saw there they ran through a number of phases, and they have crossed the line. Good pressure there for Madosh. Equally well done there on the ground from the Blue Bulls. Right, Simla, unfortunately, it's charged down. Fantastic inside ball from Van Zyl, and Ulrich Low is over. So Blue Bulls take the lead for the first time in this game. Right, I think just in terms of balance of play, one could argue that the Blue Bulls definitely deserve to be in the lead. Let's take a look at Dwayne Vermeulen. It's always a worry when we see our national side players get injured. Right, especially with the British and Irish Lions coming up soon. But hopefully he's not too injured. There we've got Arnie Peterson, Bulls need ball in hand. Thanks. Yeah, definitely. I think, they just need to be patient. I think it's just a patience game. I think definitely up until this point, when it comes to the collision point, I think they've just been far superior. And that's why literally in terms of where the game is taking place, deep in the Stormers 22, but somehow they've just been a bit impatient, trying to maybe force things a bit. But I think if they can be patient, keep ball in hand, build up the phases, just keep heading up, they'll be able to sort of, penetrate better. Right, it seems as though that try does not stand. It's an awful sight to see Dwayne Vermeulen hobbling off the field. Yeah, it's the last thing we want to see, right? We want to ensure that all our Springboks are fit and rearing and ready to go. But let's hope that's just precautionary. He is limping off rather uncomfortably, but let's hope that is rather precautionary rather than a tear or anything serious like that. Grant says the Bulls have had all the possession and not really done much. I do agree with you, but I think that has been a result of just, let's hope Dwayne Vermeulen comes off that one. All right. Peter Steph Tutor just tackling in an awkward position there. I'll get back to you now, Grant. As you see, a fantastic move there from the Stormers on the halfway line. Web says use it. Simla sends up one. Edwell, fantastic in the air. The man off, fantastic step. Offload. Reckless Pretorius. Fantastic continuity there from Edwell. Good quick ball. Damien Willemse with the wide pass. Roscoe Speckman. Speck magic. Stormers here looking to attack the Blue Bulls. Quick ball. Ruan now out wide. Adwell van der Merwe. Oh, fantastic try from Adwell van der Merwe. The man is on fire. Fantastic try there from Adwell van der Merwe, and it's definitely someone that we flagged at the top of the show. Oh, what a fantastic step, fantastic offload. Great continuity, great support play there from Rickers. Stormers with the go-forward ball again, and I think that's just been the difference. Just to go back to Grant's comment about the Bulls having all the position, not doing anything with it. Right there, we've seen the Stormers. The one time they visit the Blue Bulls 22, they make sure that they get the points. Fantastic step from Adwell van der Merwe, and he's over. I must say, I've been very impressed. He's really stepped up his game, and I think his aerial game as well, right, with the British and Irish kicking game. I'm not saying much. I'm just, as a bolter, maybe going into the second half, you guys can drop maybe 2 names of who you think will be bolters in this SA squad first caps, right? But I think Adolf van Merwe really has put his hand up. He's got fantastic aerial game, having obviously played in the 15 jumper as well as the 11 jumper for Stellies in a very successful varsity cup career. Oh, fantastic step. Sheesh. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Adolf is over for the try. No, you just can't coach that. So Grant, that's what the Stormers can do when they get a bit of position. Yeah. And I think that's just been the difference up until this point, right? The Bulls have dominated position. They've had all the ball, but do nothing with it. And the Stormers, as soon as they're down there, they punish the Blue Bulls. Good take there from the Stormers. Should be route one exit ball. Right, but playing in the right areas. Very good contestable kick there. Unfortunately, Roscoe couldn't pat it back to the Stormers, but a fantastic kick once again. Very challengeable in the right area. Roscoe got there, but unfortunately couldn't tap it back. So he knocks it on in the air. So with just 4 minutes to go, Blue Bulls 7, Vodacom Stormers 17. Let's see if the Bulls, they just need to be a bit more clinical. Yeah, definitely a beautiful kick there from Team Sweel. Thanks there, Grant. Yeah, Team Sweel has always been, before he left for overseas, I thought he'll blow up. Like, as a high school sensation, he was, just sensational, with the step, but just hasn't quite hit the mark upon his return. But let's give the guy an opportunity, right? Let's give the guy a fair opportunity. But yeah, Bulls in possession of the ball, playing an advantage. Fantastic carry there from the man who has replaced Brent van Meulen, Van Staden, who we should expect to also be in the box setup. He's definitely had a very impressive rugby season post-COVID. I think alongside him in the sixth jumper, only Andisa Ntila, right, sort of has had as an impressive campaign in the loose as the starting Blue Bulls here. Once again, good carrying, but Stormers meet them well in defense, good defensive organization. Right, and I think what the Stormers have done well is it's seemingly they're icing all the rucks in between the 15s and going for it sort of outside the 15s, within the 15s. Right, and that seems to have worked well. They're able to get the guys folding, getting the guys into position. Yeah, let's see. Blue Bulls again. Stormers, unfortunately. Yeah, we see there. See someone there on the comments saying he'd love to see Monster versus Stormers game. I think that would be fantastic. It'll be great to see, clubs from the different hemisphere going at it. And there, Annie Peterson, I suppose, was replying to Grant saying the Blue Bulls definitely just need to be patient and strong in the defensive line. Yeah, I think with the limited ball that the Stormers have had, the one thing that they've done was also the continuity, at least for the last try that they scored. Kept the ball alive, kept the ball going, and that's very difficult to defend, right, from the defensive side of things, because the offload, it's just you just hope that your scramble defense and your boys are working hard. But Morningstar lining up the three. It's interesting to see that the Bulls seem to have changed their tactics. We saw earlier on in the similar range or even closer to the try line, they were going for the line, but Morningstar takes the three. And is it over? Unfortunately, he pushes it to the right of the left upright. The massive clearance there from Damien Willemse, very educated boot there. He takes play to about the halfway line. Again, the Blue Bulls were in the front foot, but then unfortunately an error. Morningstar not able to convert, right, and the Blue Bulls once again leave with no points. Right, just almost at halftime. So please just remember, while you grab your beverages, before you leave, hit the like button, hit subscribe button, encourage a friend. And while you're having your cold one or your tea, depending on the weather where you are, maybe let's think of two bolters, right? We'll start talking about two bolters for the Springbok squad that will be announced pretty soon for the British and Irish Lions. Matosh Tambwe in a very good carry. Blue Bulls hitting it up with Marcel Coutinho there. Well met by Willie Engelbert. Marvin Ori. But again, very good carry over the advantage line. Morningstar. Well taken. by Damian Willemse. I'm sure Masimno will just knock this out. Yup. And that brings an end to the first half. So going into the tunnel, the boys see them that they're jogging. Stormers, body language looks good. Blue Bulls, I'm sure Jake White will have a couple of words to his boys, but I expect them to be just more clinical, a bit more patient. And then let's see if they can actually transfer the possession and the pressure into points. But equally, Stormers with the limited ball they've had, they've been fantastic. But yeah, please go grab something quick, and we will see each other now at halftime, after halftime. So a quick drink. Quick drink. We'll be back. Blue Bulls at halftime, 17, Stormers 7. While you're grabbing your cold one or your teas, like I'll be having. Do you think about two Balters, guys who not necessarily have made an international side, who you think might crack the nod for the British and Irish Lions from a South African point of view? It's almost time for us to get the squad. So two Balters, two guys have stood out throughout the season. Let's think about it, and we'll be back straight after halftime. So we are back. So yeah, fantastic. Sort of rather, one could argue, seesaw battle, somewhat a bit of a scrappy game, a bit of a stop-start game. Right, we've seen the Blue Bulls have majority of the possession, majority of the territory, but unfortunately not making it count. Right, we had Annie Peterson, right, saying that the Bulls just need to be a bit more patient. Right, Grant rightfully indicated that the Blue Bulls had the ball, but they were doing nothing with it. So yeah, I think it's a mixture of that. The Blue Bulls just need to find the balance, how they're going to ensure that they're keeping possession, but equally, they're patient and they're actually able to penetrate. Because the one time where they've gone close to double-digit sort of phases, we saw them score the try, right? But at times it's just been a bit erratic. Forcing the last pass a bit, and it's led to sort of the errors. But I must commend the Stormers, right, leading the game by 10 points at this stage. Right, they've been very effective, rather, let's put it that way, that the few times that they've actually found themselves in the Blue Bulls 22 line, they've been able to capitalize and get the points, right? And I must also say, even though the Blue Bulls have been carrying very well, the Stormers' defensive system is has been doing a very good job, because they're able to get men, and also the scramble defense is doing very well, because on a couple of instances we saw that the Bulls were putting direct pressure on the Stormers, hitting and ensuring that they're going past the advantage line. So the Stormers did well to sort of keep up with the Blue Bulls, right, to stop them and also force those errors, because sometimes it tends to be easy for us to focus on the attacking side, that they're the ones making mistakes. But I think the Stormers line have been able to get into the defensive system, has worked well in that they've been able to get into position and apply enough pressure to put the skill set of the Blue Bull side under pressure. So it's been good to just see the two sort of aspects of the game, come together. And right now, I must say, sort of the defensive system and ability of the Stormers has just triumphed. But before the break, I did ask who the bolters are. So please do engage. Drop in the comment section your two bolters, two guys that you think, definitely given on how well they've performed this sort of year post-COVID, let me rather put it there, who should be included in the Springbok side. Right, so we've got Grant said the bolter for him will be Adwell van der Merwe. And then we also got 2RD Rex Gaming says Adwell should be a Springbok call-up. And then there we've got as well Abdusol Sale. Oh, he's just shouting out everyone and just alluding to the fact that the Stormers are doing well. So right now we've had two people say the two bolters are Adwell van der Merwe, and I do tend to agree that Adwell's game looks like a well-rounded player, right? He's got the defensive ability. He's quite a big physical boy. On attack, he's quick, he's strong, but equally he's electric. He's got quick feet, right? A very good step on him, right? But I think also importantly, right, and something that perhaps in some wingers in South Africa's game tends to be missing, it's the aerial game, right? I think Ed was fantastic, having played 15 at Varsity Cup level for the Marties. But yeah, we're almost underway. I've got the Blue Bulls kicking off, playing from right to left. Let's see what this half has. So at the moment, we've got the Stormers 17, Blue Bulls 7. Right, but please do drop in the comment section who you think your bolters are. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Thanks for keeping me company. I'm just here for the one night at least, as things stand. And we are away here. Morningstain, good take there from Marvin Ori. Stormers are in their 22, so I'd expect route 1 clearance here. Team Sweel, Damien Willemse. The monstrous kick down the pitch. Again, it seems like the Stormers are happy to utilize their defensive system and to sort of put pressure. Creel goes up. Tim Sweel taken. Just prods it through. Yeah, good covering there from Warnestein and all the experience. Gaza on the ball. Okay, Gaza takes it up, takes it for a run. Does well to protect the ball. Unfortunately, Marvin Ori knocks that one on. No, it's given the Blue Bulls fantastic opportunity. Even Van Sale, I must say, I was quite impressed in the first half of Evan Van Sale. Evan Ross, Evan Ross, in terms of just his work ethic, I think he's been fantastic, sort of in the contact area, making massive tackles, but equally, slowing down the ball, affecting the rip, right, which has definitely, assisted and aided the Stormers this particular game. But unfortunately, Marvin Ori there, perhaps still mind in the changing room, fortunately locks that one on. Early scrum here for the Blue Bulls. Let's see what they can conjure up. So the scrum is set. Unfortunately, that's a collapsed scrum there. So we'll just reset it. They've got Stormers. Fantastic. We just had Nick Muller. Thanks for the super comment, but thanks for the $70. We really appreciate it. We're really, really, really grateful. We're really grateful. Thanks for jumping on our channel. Thanks for supporting us. Right. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Right, again, scrum down, Blue Bulls ball. It'll be massive for the Blue Bulls to get early points here in the half to try, reduce that deficit. I guess this is what Grant was alluding to in the first half, in that, we just need to perhaps, the kicking game has sort of quickened up the game, the quick chase game, but it just seems that we're still struggling a bit of scrum time. Again, there we see the second reset. Let's see if the boys can get it right, but perhaps because, the boys just come from halftime, but tired, but out of tune, but a good scrum. Good pressure from the Stormers, but Blue Bulls did well to keep position. Good cleanup job there from Damien Willemse. Good covering, but the man is at the back. Marco van Staden. Very strong carry there from van Staden. And I think that's one area of his game that's massively improved as well throughout the course of the season. His ball carrying has always been good, but I think he's just taken it a level further. Blue Bulls again on the ball. They've got all the possession, doing all the playing. Stormers line beautiful there, straight. Again, Blue Bulls over the advantage line, but good line speed from the Stormers players. Putting pressure pretty much with Blue Bulls going nowhere very quickly. Let's see if they'll spread it out wide now. Asal Kutia could hit on him by Netleng for sheer. Center of the pitch. Morningstain plays again, well met indeed. Stephen Kishoff getting good work there on the ground, just slowing down the ball. Blue Bulls well done. Ruan held it up late, released it to Masal, punches through the gap. Yeah, because of Stormers' brilliant defense, they've just locked them out and that's forced Morningstain to go to the boot, well taken from Team Sweel. All right, it just seems as though the Stormers have told themselves that this game, they just need to ensure that their defense is on lock and actually use that as a form of attack in this game. Because the Bulls have all had all the ball, right? But the Stormers just seem to be suffocating them with the D. Again, good contest there from Adolf van der Merwe against two Blue Bulls men. It puts pressure, applies enough pressure, and the ball has been knocked on. So for those who haven't dropped in the comment section, please do name two bolters, right, from the South African perspective, who you think could force themselves into the Springbok squad. for the British and Irish Lions. You're not too far away. Excited, ready to get that going. It's been a pity that we've had to wait so long, generally speaking, to watch the Boks, to watch the world champions in action. But hopefully it's a wait worthwhile, right? Hope to see a very good series against the British and Irish Lions. So scrum down here to the Stormers. I'd imagine the Stormers will just be looking to hit it up and then look for the territory game. But let's see, maybe they've come out with a bit more enterprise. I mean, they are, at this stage at least, leading by 10 points. Grant Swartz says the Bulls look like they have no ideas on attack. I agree, but this back and forth, left, right, try punch through to the middle has not worked this far in this game. And I think what they sort of told themselves leading up to the game is they're gonna be physical. They picked a pack that packs Damien Willemse, good hands there from Ruan Nal, Roscoe Speckman in space. Let's see what will happen off this kick. Unfortunately, he's kicked it a bit too far, but a fantastic attack there from the Stormers with pace. And I think, Grant, just to answer your question, I think that's what's been the difference as well in attack between the Stormers and the Blue Bulls, right? It's just that the Bulls seem to be going through the motions, right? Running moves deep, but also they're trying to play this physical game, right? This physical punch through the middle, but clearly the Stormers are up for it. They're up for it physically. Their defensive system is shutting that up. Right, and the Bulls aren't able to get that go forward so that they can spread it out to their dangerous swings. Again, Adwell van der Merwe, fantastic in the air. Pity Marvin Orie couldn't clean it up. We've got Tristan Trey say the Bulls will come back. Listen, with the quality in the side, and we've seen sort of they change in mentality. They've become a very, unfortunately, an era there from the experienced Mornay Steyn. But generally speaking, they've played with a lot of confidence, right? A lot of confidence. We see there Trevor Nyakana coming on. The Blue Bulls, they played with a lot of confidence, right? They've had sort of that championship mentality and mindset, right? Which, I mean, that's why we can never count them out. Especially now that we see Trevor Nyakani coming onto the field. It's going to be a fantastic battle to see Spicy Plum go against Trevor, the two Springboks, right? I think Jake White would have loved to put on Nyakani with the Blue Bulls having chipped away at the Stormers' lead, but not to be with 7 minutes. So he's forced to make that change. Grant has also then included Jaden Hendricks as one of the bolters. Listen, I like the boy. He's a specimen. He's actually massive for a 10. Right, and I can't believe that he's so young and he's so well built, right? But also he's fantastic, controls the game very well. But I think this tour might have come a bit too soon for Jaden, considering the talent that we have, especially in that 10 role amongst our youngsters. I mean, we've got your Cohen Boschers, who will likely be third choice. There's chatter that Mornay Steyn could make a return into the Springbok setup. That is up for debate. And then obviously you've got Alton and then we've got Pollard. So it'll be interesting if Jaden sort of finds himself in that mix. But I think this particular tour might have come a bit too soon. But in terms of ability, I think the boy is right up there. I think he's got everything. He's got the physicality. He's got just that X factor. The thing that Edward has that you can't really teach. The thing that Kobe has. So it will be interesting to see how he develops. Definitely a massive find, and I wouldn't be surprised if he actually in future lines up with his brother at Springbok level. Hendricks with Jaden, with sort of brother playing their professional level as well. Fortunately, an error there from the Blue Bulls in the set piece. But again, we just see the Blue Bulls, applying good pressure, getting into the right playing areas, but just unfortunately, another error there from the forward pack. gifting the Stormers with an opportunity to once again, get rid of the pressure. See Netling for sheer hobble off. A fantastic effort from him. I think he was massive on D. Right, very good at scrum time as well. Now we've got an all Springbok front row for the Stormers. Let's see how well the Blue Bulls handle this. But more importantly, love to see the battle between Trevor and Spicy Plum, Stephen Kitsoff. Very steady scrum there from the two packs. Ascendancy somewhat there from the Blue Bulls, but Stormers pack had done more than enough. Good carry there. Another defender beaten by Tambwe. Stravana Jacobs. Good tackle there from Gaza. Francois enter the France. Yeah, I think Franz Mahalba is just one of those players that is the team man, true team man. And I think, very integral part in that Bok team. A lot of people will sort of comment on his physique, comment on his conditioning, right? He's anything but. He breaks all the stereotypes. Love it. Breaks all the stereotypes. But I think one thing that can never be disputed is just how solid he is come scrum time. And just the amount of work, surprisingly, that he gets through in a game, right? I think he ranks comfortably in the top in terms of front rankers that have made, in terms of number of tackles made throughout the season. So he's actually also gets around the park relatively well. But again, a bit of indiscipline there from Willie Engelberg, gifting the Blue Bulls with an opportunity to play deep within the 22. Good maul there set up by the Blue Bulls. Clearly have the momentum and a fantastic maul from the Blue Bulls. If anything but that typifies, that is the typical Blue Bulls. A very typical Blue Bulls try, knock it to the corner, drive over. Now, I'm sure now Willie Engelbrecht will be kicking himself for giving away such, a stupid penalty with the late hit on Ivan van Zyl. But we've got Tristan Trey saying, played against Hendricks at school, very talented player. Definitely agree with you there. But fantastic there by the Blue Bulls, taking the score to 12-17. Fantastic maul there, much better from the Blue Bulls. Everything Blue Bulls, trademark Blue Bulls. There we have it. Kick to the corner, set it up, good drive, and they're over. Warnestein trying to make it 7 points rather than just the 5 that's been already collected. Lines this kick up. Good kick from Warnestein, and the scores are 14-7, and all of a sudden, Blue Bulls are right in it. I think Tristan Trey did call it. Could he actually be right that the Bulls will come back? It's going to be interesting to see. But definitely an even game now. The Bulls simply had to score first in that half. Now the difference is just the 3 points. Team Sweel takes us away. Good take there from Kunal. Expect the Bulls not to try anything fancy in their half. Everyone for sale sets it up. Damien Willems underneath it. Well taken. Ball just pops up there. Well picked up there from Adwell, but equally well met in the tackle. Asimla kicks off. Decent carry. Asimla out. Again, I think I've been quite impressed with Masimla's kicking. He's kicking very contestable kicks. Again, the Blue Bulls are attacking, but unfortunately attacking too far behind the advantage line, not making any inroads. Team Sweel Sends it back. Could we see a tennis game here? Potentially. A territory game underway. Morning Stain sends it up, and fantastic take here from Ruan Nortje. Quick ball here for the Blue Bulls. Ivan van Sale takes it up. Good continuity here from the Blue Bulls. Good rack speed. Fantastic line. Fantastic offload. Fortunately, Khobla trying to force the pass. Matoshe. Well picked up, and the man just keeps going. He's been an absolute machine this season. He's really seemed to have found home there at the Blue Bulls. Travanyakane. Blue Bulls with all the momentum, yeah. Expect nothing but a try. Or has he lost it on the try line? Judging by the body language, the Blue Bull players don't seem too confident, right? But I must say, fantastic build up there from the Bulls. Quick rucks, quick, good going forward, and most importantly, they're getting over the advantage line. They carries, they're just punching through, which is fantastic. And it seems just like the Stormers' defensive line is tiring somewhat. As we see, the Bulls just seem to find more gaps. Is it a try or not, Marvin Ori? It seems like Marvin Ori has done just enough to knock that. I'm calling it early. Definitely knock on. But Jaco Paper has nailed the Stormers for being offside. But yeah, the momentum has definitely shifted. Blue Bulls playing like men possessed right now. Oh, it's a dropout behind the try line. Taken there from the Blue Bulls. Oh, my bad. Really thought it would be a scrum. Alreclo with another strong carry. Definitely another one of the players that I think will definitely find himself in the Springbok team. I think he's been very impressive this season in particular. The Blue Bulls go again. Good carry there from David Creel. I definitely agree that it's fantastic from Marvin Ori. It's important, a good lesson that you don't stop. You don't stop. You just keep going. You never know. Good carry there from Jacobs again. A very strong, stocky, physical winger. The mold of a Caleb Clark. Ball rush up there from Ruan Hull to make the hit on Van Staden. Certainly the Blue Bulls just look more threatening now, right? It was only a matter of time until the brick wall sort of started to crumble. The Stormers also, when they've got the ball, they actually need to keep it and make sure that they're punching through, so as to make sure that they too are attacking. You can't defend the whole game, unfortunately. Morning Stain. So Ronald Jacobs takes it up, but equally well met from Damian Willemse in the tackle. But unfortunately, once again, the Blue Bulls just playing at a ferocious pace. Too quick for the Stormers' defensive line to adjust. And again, the Stormers are pinned for being offside. Right, simply because of the speed that the Bulls are playing and the fact that they're punching through and getting over the advantage line. They're causing the Stormers' defensive line to be tracking back. And unfortunately, at times, they're being caught offside, because the Blue Bulls have got a very good line speed, very quick. The ball is hit up in there, and then it's out. Interesting call here from the Blue Bulls. Seems like Morningstain has opted for the line out. Let's see if that is indeed the right call. Yeah, definitely Peter Steff was miles offside there. Never even attempted to get back. But now the Bulls with yet another opportunity to launch an attack. I think we can all agree that they've definitely been fantastic in the second half. More clinical, more punch. They just seem more assured in what they're trying to do. They're no longer those 50-50 passes. The ball is in. Ball is set once again. It's very strong. Yeah, Blue Bulls at their best. This will be demoralizing if the Bulls are able to get over the line. Couple of celebrations there. The try has been awarded by Yaku Paper. And Khobla has gone over for his second try from the maul. I think, Trey, you've been proven right here, mate. Blue Bulls have indeed come back. And I think just the forward pack have just been more assured in the second half, more clinical, and they've just, been able to make possession counting into points. And I must say, a good call here from the Blue Bulls captain to go for the line, because I think the easier option would have been to go for the 3. The Blue Bulls in the lead for the second time in the game. See if Morningstain can add the 2 additional points. Yeah, while we wait, please, if you haven't yet, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and please just, share the channel. It helps Steve. I'm only here for one night, right? Just filling in the big shoes of Steve, literally and figuratively, right? But yeah, let's just support the man. I think this is fantastic platform. And yeah, once again, I'm massively honored to be here. And I thank every single one of you guys who've interacted on the chat box. Let's keep that going, right? Team Sewell takes us away. Our Blue Bulls leading by 3 points. It's all going to be about territory now. Team Sewell. Roscoe Speckman. Speck Magic. What can we see here from Speck Magic? Fantastic feed from Roscoe Speckman, creating a fantastic try there from Team Sewell. And the Stormers head right back. Exactly what the Stormers management team would have wanted, for the team to reply straight after conceding that point. That would be massive for the Stormers. But I think impressively enough, once again, the Stormers find themselves in the Blue Bulls half. Right. Good take there from Team Sewell. Attacks the space wall. Boom, hits, unfortunately, Stravano there, lacking, leaving his man isolated out wide. Roscoe Speckman with a fantastic draw and pass. Right, no substitute there for pace. Stravano taking up initial. Sewell, well done. Good decision-making. Roscoe Speckman burns Ivan van Sale on the outside. Sets up Team Sewell, and Team Sewell is over. All right, 6 minutes up. It seems like this one is going to be fantastic right up until the last minute. Can Team Sewell extend the lead by a further 2 points? But yeah, it's fantastic to see Roscoe Speckman. I think he's been starved of ball this game so far. So it's fantastic to see him with ball in hand. And I think he's also one of those players who could easily see themselves in the Bok team. There we have a look again. Team Sewell, boom. Fantastic, draws 2 players, offloads out wide, creates space for Roscoe. Roscoe burns Ivan Vassell for pace. Back on the inside, Team Sewell is over. Fantastic try. Fantastic initial straightening from Team Sewell to set up Roscoe Speckman. Morningstain takes us away. Unfortunately, Team Sewell could not knock over the conversion. So Stormers at this point, with 20 minutes to play, lead by 1 point. Fred Whitman, thanks for joining, bud. 20 minutes to go. We've got the Bulls 21, Stormers 22. So it could be a very interesting 20 minutes to go. Edward does well to cover up the space. Team knocks it away. Good territorial win there for the Stormers. Takes the play sort of 5 meters inside their own half. Oh, unfortunately, there's an infringement there. Taking out the support player, I'm assuming. Rather tough. Right, rather tough. Here we see that the Blue Bulls have opted to go for the corner. So currently it's 21-22 at Loftus Falsfalt, home of Blue Bulls Rugby. Right, we've just got under 20 minutes to play. Blue Bulls have gone to what has worked for them of late, which is they line out. Right, and again, the Stormers just unfortunately infringing there at the line out. Quick ball from the Stormers, fantastic run there from Dave Creel, joining the line late. Good pass from Kunal. Okay, Morningstain taking it up and pumps Bongi. I'm sure if should Morningstain make it into the bog team, that'll be a good laugh will be had. Good space created there on the wide, but fantastic. Oh, was that forward? Was that forward or flat? But a fantastic offload there from Masal Kutia and tackle, but equally good identification of space from Kunal. Good identification of space. He let it go to Masal. Masal drew the man, let it go out wide for it to come back. And a fantastic offload there from Masal Kutia in contact. But I think Yako Paper is just checking that. I thought live might have just been slightly forward. If not, then it would be a flat pass. TMO decision, first pass. Kunal. This could have also been actually potentially forward. Oh, clear as daylight, unfortunately. I think we can all call that's forward pass. But play on, roll it on. Unfortunately, after I thought all right, they had actually thought that Kunal would have sprayed that ball. All right, I thought it was flat initially in the first look, but definitely two forward passes there. Yeah, definitely that's forward. Thanks for coming. Was about 5 meters behind the 22. The ball almost lands on the 22. But the first infringement, Yako Paper seems to have been playing an advantage for Stormers collapsing the maul. So I'm sure Morningstain just pops that into touch. Right, line out on the 5. I'm sure now Yako Paper, his hand might be itchy a bit. I don't imagine another infringement by the Stormers could potentially see a man in the bin. Right. And already the Stormers have found themselves in this game with 13 men. When Damian Willems and Roscoe Speckman were in the bin. Sorry, Rickers Pitori, Damian. Fantastic competing there from the Stormers. In the line out, a massive play there from the forwards. I'm sure it'll be a massive boost. Good clearance there from Team Sweel just to alleviate some pressure for the time being. Right, Spicy Plum, you beaut. Does well there in front of the line out, enforcing the change from the Blue Bulls. The turnover, from the line out, from the Bulls. Yeah, no, not surprised to see Kitsoff cramping a bit. I think he's put on a massive shift. And they have experience. Alistair comes onto the pitch. And it's actually fantastic to read his story. Coming back from a broken neck, back into playing prop, that must take some mental strength. But good hit on the mid of the field by the Blue Bulls. Ivan van Zyl, fantastic carry from Van Staden. Sal Kutia keeping the ball alive. Could be high there from Kunal. Advantage to the Blue Bulls. Nyaka, Trevor Nyakane passes through the gap. Very good offload. Good interplay there from the props, from the forwards. Fantastic continuity from the Blue Bulls, but equally Equally good work indeed from the Stormers. Again, very quick off the line, putting the skill set of the Blue Bulls under pressure. But unfortunately, Roscoe Speckman with the high tackle on Cornell Hendricks. Once again, the Stormers not helping themselves with the ill discipline on D somewhat. But I suppose if you are defending for majority of the game, you will give a few infringements. Blue Bulls definitely a massive win here for the Stormers. Psychologically, I would rate. The Blue Bulls did go for the line twice, got 2 penalties, went for the goal twice, 3 times actually, in the space of the sort of last 10 minutes. But now they've opted to go for the poles to possibly stretch out, to possibly take the lead. Sorry, for the 3rd time in this game. Bob Moose 3, if I read that correctly, says Bulls hope you enjoy. Is that cheating? Yeah, no, I think the Bulls, given that the fact that they've had majority of the possessions and how it tends to work out is that the attacking side does tend to get, the favorable calls from the refs. But a fantastic kick there from Mornay Steyn for the Bulls to take the lead once more. So with, I think it's about 12 minutes to play. Right, we've got the Bulls taking the lead. I've got 14 minutes to play. We've got the Bulls taking the lead 24-22. It seems like it's going to be a cracker at Loftus Versfeld. Unfortunately, Blue Bulls couldn't clean up there at kickoff time, gifting the Stormers that opportunity again. Damon Willemse, the 10 roll, takes it up to the line, does the pirouette in the tackle. Good go forward ball there as he made it past the advantage line. I'm still expecting a bit more from Rickers. I think he's a proper player. Good interplay there in the pod from the Stormers side. Frans Mahalba. Once again, Masal slowing down the ball slightly. Damien Willemse in the 10 roll makes the right decision inside ball. Unfortunately, Roscoe Speckman on the ball. Damien Willemse again in the thick of things. Stormers with good forward ball here. Marvin Ori with a fantastic carry. Stormers here in the front foot. See the replacement. Jersey number 20 on the ball. Damien Willemse on the ball again. He holds it up well for Rickers. Rickers offloads to Ivan Ruas. Can he make it over? Fantastic covering, scrambling defense there from Verstaden. Unfortunately, a knock on there from Ivan Ruas. A bit of impatience. But Jaco Pepe was playing offside, but much better phase of play there from the Blue Bulls. And all of a sudden, we see Damien Willemse step into the 10 role, and all of a sudden, things seem just a bit quicker. Unfortunately, a high tackle there from Furon on Rickers. But yeah, it's been nice to see Damien Willemse step in the 10 role. All of a sudden, he's taking the ball up to the line. Stormers with better go forward ball. I see the Stormers here have opted for the line. Team Sweel opting to trust his boys in the line out. And yeah, I would expect with Marvin Ori, Peter Steff, and a couple of Springboks in that pack, we'll be trying to drive this one over. Zach Berger, the recently fairly new recruit from the Griquas. Plenty of leadership as well coming in as he led the Griquas in the Black Label Cup. But Bongi feeds to Marvin. A good set up there from the Stormers. Good go forward ball. Bongi breaks. But a good tackle there from the Blue Bulls. Stormers with the go forward ball. Well met on D. See if the Stormers can come away with points here. Once again, good feet there from Ivan in the point of contact. Good carry, making past the advantage line. Bongi, fantastic carry. Stormers with all the go forward ball. But equally good organization here from the Stormers. Well done there from Team Sweel to keep that alive. Artem Willemse, Ruan Nal, Edward van der Merwe. Can he get there? Oh, then 4-man Edward van der Merwe is over. Fantastic feat to first create the opportunity. Right. But he manages to find a way to go over. But it seems as though there is a captain's challenge from the Blue Bulls. I think the offload there in the tackle might have been, it's just been checked if it was forward or if it was legal. But it will be a pity, but fantastic, good continuity there from the Stormers, keeping the ball alive, offloading in the point of contact. It seems as though there was a bit of dispute there in terms of what exactly was being challenged. But it seems that Marcel Coutinho was challenging something much earlier rather than whether that was a forward pass, the pass before Damien Willemse. So we will wait and see. Grant Swartz says Masimla has been very good since he's come on. Definitely agree with you, but I think the Stormers definitely haven't lacked in that department. And it's been fantastic. I think his territorial kicking has been exceptional. His decision-making, when to dish to Team Sweel, right, and when for him to kick, but also his service to his parts has been crisp. I don't remember counting misplaced pass. So certainly think he's had a very impressive game thus far. It seems as though that's been the challenge, definitely from starting past the ball. Right, that has to be legal. Could be deemed around the neck slightly by the TMO, but I think that was fine. At least that's my call. It seemed to have been more on the chest area rather than around the neck. But we'll wait the decision of the officials. Yeah, it seems Yaku Paper, TMO are happy with that. Right, definitely around the chest. Right, and Edward van der Merwe did fantastically well to then be able to fight on the ground and then let the ball go. There again, Evan Roos with a fantastic offload. Damien Willemse to Ronald. Fantastic step by Edward and is over beating 2 men. That's actually a very impressive finish on replay. It looked very mandatory live, but there's still a lot of work that had to be done before Edward can get over. Fantastic try, and that's his second try for the game. And I did ask earlier on, just as we were heading into halftime, who do you think will be a bolter, or who do you think could potentially be bolters for the Springbok squad that will be announced? And we definitely had a couple of you guys saying Edward deserves a Springbok call-up. Grant, if I could remember, was one of them. So I think he's definitely staked his claim. He's been fantastic in terms of his aerial battle. He's chased a wall, but I think he's equally been impressive with limited ball. Damien Willemse, quick hands, Ruan Nal draws, lets the man go. Edward in, out, stretches over, 5 points. Thank you. Very good finish there from Edward van der Merwe. 10 minutes to play at Lofters. The score is 24 Bulls, 27 for the DHL Stormers. Definitely seems like it will be one that goes to the wire. And if Stormers want to win this, they certainly have to be the ones who score next. Damien Willemse with the boot. Has it gone directly? Yeah, unfortunately, it has been taken back. Seems to be a bit of confusion whether it was taken back or it was actually in the 22. All right. Seems not. So Damien Willemse with a fantastic clearance has been able to get the Stormers just inside the Blue Bulls half. There we see the Springbok hooker Bongim Bonambi being replaced by Hugo Venter, Andre Hugo Venter in the 16 jumper. Blue Bulls have been scrappy in the lineouts. The last 2 lineouts haven't gone too well for them. Right, Stormers turnover ball. Territorial gain there from Damien Willemse. Fantastic kick. Gaza seems to have found his mojo of late, controlling it very well. It was his kick, to get the Stormers into the Blue Bulls half. And equally, he's done well there territorially. And I think the Stormers did very well to shift the ball, right? To always encourage that on a turnover, let the ball go. Chances are there's spaces on the outside. Damien Willemse noticed that, the space behind, knocked it over, and just, wins the territory game. And definitely the right areas to be playing for the Stormers as they lead this game. So the Blue Bulls have to do all the play. And once again, fantastic from the Stormers at line-out time. That is indeed 3 line-outs in the row that the Blue Bulls have missed, but equally good pressure there, and they are able to force an error on the ground. But I think the Stormers have been fantastic in the line-outs, and once you disrupt that set piece and that area of the Bulls game, right, you tend to disorientate them most of the time because they're very reliant on the strength of their set pieces. And I think that has been sort of their strength in their resurgence, right? Resurgence of sort of the union, with Jake coming back, him able to get a couple of experienced guys back into the union. And as it obviously sits, all the major trophies in South Africa, rugby-wise, that is Varsity Cup, from Varsity Cup, under 19, under 21, right up to senior level, are all in Tshwane, with the Turks, the recently crowned Varsity Cup champions, led by the captain. Grant Swartz Willemse is showing his class in the last 10 minutes, certainly. And I think the one attribute of Damien Willemse that we've never questioned is his ability with ball in hand. Perhaps the sort of weaker area has been his tactical kicking, but here we see Stravano Jacobs. Right, as I was saying, is sort of his tactical kicking, but he's showing his class here, putting the Stormers in the right areas. Vodacom Blue Bulls look like a team with plenty of running, but equally Stormers doing well in attack. You're in defense, my bad, sorry. Again, trying and managing to push the Blue Bulls back and hold the momentum. Good charge there again. Good line speed from the Stormers. Frantic stuff here. Fantastic steal there on the ground by Damien Willemse coming from the 15 jumper. Right, again, a massive play there to win that ball on the ground. Simply fantastic. Team Sweel bangs one straight down the middle. Blue Bulls have to go back. Mornay Steyn with the boot. Mornay Steyn, territory gain. Unfortunately, bounce of the ball, bounces infield, buys Tim Sweel some time to get a decent angle for his clearance. And Tim Sweel has done very well, but certainly a territorial gain there from the Blue Bulls, from a fantastic kick from Mornay Steyn, finding grass, putting pressure on the Stormers. So now the action will take place on the Stormers 10-meter line. Blue Bulls with good attacking ball with 5 minutes to play. Again, the Stormers fantastic come out line-out time. Jake White should be livid. Right, that's about 4 line-outs in a row. Stormers again doing well to spread it out right. Gaza to Rowan Edwell, the man in form, per pace. Yeah, I was never getting around Tambwe. I think a bit too excited there. They're never getting around Tambwe. But a good goose there. I thought he would maybe put it on the boot, win the territorial game, play deep in the Blue Bulls half. But yeah, fantastic speed there, equally from Tambwe to knock Edwell out. We've got Barry saying Edwell, Van der Merwe, Springbok material. Definitely have to agree. I have to agree. I've been saying the whole game, right, that I'm a big fan of Edwell. He ticks every box. Physicality, pace, he's got the X factor, but I think he's also brilliant in the air, as we've seen with sort of his kick chases. Let's see if the Blue Bulls can rectify their lineouts. They've been struggling in that area quite a bit of late. Stormers putting plenty of pressure Yeah, I think Roscoe Speckman, as you see a change, Roscoe Speckman off for Sergio Peterson, right? And I think Roscoe Speckman can be proud of his effort. Did well to create that try for Team Sweel not so long ago. Blue Bulls doing well at line out time with a dummy jump and then going up, managing to get their own ball, right? But the Stormers did well to sort of counter that more. Good carry once again, good continuity. I think Marcel has been massive in the 6-jumper. He's really done well. Cornel Hendricks against the grain, makes a couple of yards. Blue Bulls have to quite speed it up a bit now. You know, they trail. Oh, again, Marcel Kutia, but you can't really blame him. I think that has worked for him in this game, offloading in the tackle, but maybe they're, you know, forcing it a bit too much. Would have been better off served, trying to keep that. But also in saying that, I think he would have expected Ulrich Lowe to collect that. But unfortunately, once again, it's an infringement. Out to wide when the Bulls was definitely in a strong position. Good go forward ball. Right, but unfortunately throwing the pass, that last pass, and it leading to a knock on. So now we've got just under 5 minutes to play. Right here we see highlights of Marcel Kutia. Yeah, I think he's done himself no harm, you know, with this performance. Is it enough to gain him spot in the Springbok team? I certainly think so. I think he was massive coming over from Ulster, right? I think it was massive, and I think he's genuinely had a very good game, good carrying, good in D, right? And I think it's impressive to have seen him last a whole game. I think that's always the worry with Marcel Kutia of late. Is just, you know, it's just been rather unfortunate with the injuries. Scrum down, Stormers. Oh, fantastic scrum from the Blue Bulls. Exactly what the doctor would have ordered. A fantastic scrum there from the experience and the loose head from the Blue Bulls. And yeah, that's massive. That could be the game, right? As Mornestein looks to knock it down into the Stormers 22. Definitely Blue Bulls can smell blood here. Let's see if they can make this count. This will be that could potentially be the match-winning moment right there. Right? I think a bit fortunate in that Jaco Peper didn't award the free kick, as I believe the Blue Bulls might have just pushed slightly before the ball was in, right? Which should have been a free kick to the Stormers. But here we are, deep in the 22. Blue Bulls set their maul. Yeah, but Stormers did well to counter-attack that. Blue Bulls now with the possession. Pick up and the go. Seems as though they're going to try set it up with the big boys here before sending it out wide. Good go forward. The guys are getting over the advantage line. Perhaps around the neck there from Tennyson, but the ref seems to have missed it. Trevor Nyakane, a fantastic leg drive there in the contact. Can the Bulls forward get over? Stormers is very close. Can they hold out? They've been fantastic the whole game in the D. But can the Bulls forwards get it over? Bulls deep in the Stormers 22. Pick up and go. And they've been fantastic at this. Trevor Nyakane with the ball in hand. Trevor Nyakane, good defense there from Gaza. Fantastic scrambling here from the Stormers. Is it held up? Is it a try? Held up, but Jaco Peper was playing the advantage with less than a minute to play. The Blue Bulls have been awarded a penalty on the 5-meter line. Seems like they'll tap and play for Stardin. Let's see if the Stormers can hold up here. They've been fantastic the whole game. Blue Bulls, good carry there from Stardin. Blue Bulls on the attack. Trevor Nyakane. Scramble D here. Can the Bulls get over? Massive defensive, but you'd expect the Bulls are over. And that is game, set, and match. And who else but Ruan Nokia, who I definitely believe has been one of the standout players this game. He's been fantastic on D. You know, he's been massive in attack, he's been massive coming out on time. And yeah, I think the Bulls have pulled a rabbit out the hat. Smash and grab. You know, smash and grab. The Stormers, by all means, looked as though they would come out victorious, but the Bulls seem to have pipped them to the finish line. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll wait and see. Jaco Paper has awarded the try, right? So we're definitely certain and assured that the Blue Bulls have managed to win this game. It's just a matter of Morning Stain will determine by how much they actually win. But yeah, once again, the Blue Bulls showing what they're made of, a truly championship team. You know, it looked by all means that they down and out, but somehow they dug deep, won the game, and I think that's a true sign of, you know, just the quality championship mentality sort of team they are. But thanks everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Please, before you log out, do like, you know, and also hit the subscribe button. Until next time, thank you.